after breaking away to hike Marianne Falls earlier in the day. It wasn't long before we found ourselves back in Cape Breton Highlands National Park. We had devoted a large chunk of time to explore each and every trail as we toured northern Nova Scotia. Warren Lake was the last hike of our day. We set aside just over an hour and a half at sunset to hike this 4.7 kilometer or 2.9 mile loop around the lake, but found ourselves taking longer than expected. Looking at our trail tracker, we may have seen why we were falling so behind.
I was never going to make an appearance in the video, but I do have to make one correction. So we came into this hike expecting it to be 4.7 kilometers because that's what they've advertised. However, we have discovered that it's actually 5.7 kilometers. So if you're coming here, be sure to give yourself a little extra time, at least 15 minutes, upward of 30.
Only realizing this at the end of the trail, we didn't know we would be walking in the dark from the beginning. Instead, we set out happily as we skirted the water's edge. The trees were tall, and the forest was uncrowded, like a lot of the forest here. At the far side of the lake stands a suspension bridge. It seemed new and really well built. As you walk along, you saw that it protected you from the marsh at the end of the lake. Remember, as a suspension bridge, it's the cables holding you up, meaning you'll feel the bridge dip and sway as you cross. But don't worry, it doesn't move that much. The second half may be just as beautiful as the first. As expected, ample photo opportunities presented themselves as we peered over the lake. As you rounded the bend towards the last section of the trail, it turned from a typical path through the woods to being beachside with soft, thick sand at your feet. We looked out over the lake. Everything was still. In the warm summer sun, I could see this beach alive with people. They'd be enjoying the sand, the weather, and the views. On this October day, however, we were the only ones in sight. Why not join us on other trails within Highlands National Park by subscribing to our channel? We have a ton of amazing upcoming hikes, and then we're always on to the next destination to showcase a world filled with beauty, history, and life. To learn more about this and other trails, please visit joshuatravelguide.ca for our written travel guides.